Guys, today let's talk about the rather unfortunate and avoidable incident that happened in Ibadan, Oyo State, few days ago. And as we speak, over 35 children, minors, have been confirmed dead.
Police in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital, have confirmed that 35 children lost their lives in the fanfare stampede, while 6 others are critically injured.
35 children confirmed dead. Now, this whole thing started by an announcement on radio that the ex-wife of the current Oni of Ife was going to organize like a children fair, Christmas party for children, and gifts will be given. And it appears close to 5,000 children were invited. And at the end of the day, the number of people who turned up to the venue, was more than expected. And there was a stampede, and over 35 children, as we speak, are confirmed dead. And some others are still in critical conditions in the hospital. Now let's look at all of these things. 35 children dead in Nigeria. This is after the headlines about 614,000 people died, killed by bandits and the problems of insecurity in Nigeria. Now let's talk about this issue. Before we look at things, these things happen all the time, and then we see, oh, just the normal rhetorics. The government will just come out, issue a statement, commiserate with the families of the dead, tell their loved ones, will get to the bottom of it. And at the end of the day, nobody hears anything about it. It just sweep it under the carpet. Governors, government officials, the presidency will release a statement, saying, "Oh, this is we are deeply sorry. Though we feel your pains and all of that." But obviously, they don't feel the pains. 35 children, future generation, future leaders died as a result of, negligence on the part of the organizers of the event. We've made to understand that we have some people in custody, the organizers, but that doesn't solve the problem, because these things keep happening in Nigeria all the time, where we have avoidable tragedies, avoidable deaths. If it's not building collapsing, it is road accident, it is, things just happen. But the thing I want to ask, what we need to understand now, the remote cause of this tragedy is poverty. Because otherwise, how do you explain where someone just wakes up and says, I want to give children something, and then you see even parents turned up? I understand that over 7,000 people turned up for for a place that I'm sure cannot even contain close to 1,000 or 2,000 people. Because it's poverty. Poverty is the root cause of some of these things that happen, because otherwise you won't find the children of the rich in such gathering, because how much would they even give them in the first place? I'm not sure whatever gift that will be given will amount to even up to 5,000 naira at the end of the day. But you see parents, children turning up, all this because of poverty, because the government has failed in its primary responsibility to ensure the welfare and the well-being of citizens of the country. In the country where the poverty gap is so wide, in the country where extreme poverty is now the order of the day. That's why you find things like that happening. Stampede. Secondly, another remote cause of the problem is failure of government at all levels. Now, this might just be happening in Oyo State, because it's documented. That's this same thing can happen anywhere else in Nigeria. Even as we speak, people are probably trying to organize such parties for kids organizing such funfair because this is the Yuletide season, and adequate preparations are not in place. The government, the system is no longer working. Nobody monitors these things. Nobody ensures that everything is in place to manage events or activities like that on the part of the government. Now, the immediate cause of that problem, of that avoidable tragedy, is the fact that the organizers did not put in place measures, to that will contain any eventuality such as this. Because otherwise, if you come to Europe and other parts of the world, even a gathering that involves just few hundreds of people, there will be a standby ambulance, standby medical team, standby, everything that will ensure that in case things go south, you can, manage the situation. But in this case, nothing. Nothing of these, these things were put in place, and then that's why 35 children dead just like that. And you know, it still points out to the government. I'm sure they probably may have contacted the police that were organizing something like this, and the police should have, ensure that safety measures are in place before even granting permit or giving them the go ahead to organize such an event. Even considering the insecurity in Nigeria, you're organizing such events, you need to have the police there. What if children are abducted, people are kidnapped, given the level of insecurity that we currently see in Nigeria? That's why I said from the beginning that these deaths, these tragedies, they are avoidable. You see, and given that we have it said you have 8 people in custody and all of that. Now, look at the profile of the person who even organized it, the ex-wife of a paramount ruler. Trust me, this thing will be swept under the carpet. Nobody will go to jail for this. Nobody will be reprimanded for this. Nobody will take responsibility for this. Nobody, everything. It will just be the issues, business as usual. Trust me, you will see. Nobody will go to jail for this. It will just be described as an act of God. We just attribute our carelessness. We just attribute our complacency on God. Say, oh, it's an act of God, and it goes on. No, God will not, uh, you know, be involved in the death of children. This is just act of negligence on the part of the organizers, on the part of government, on the part of the society to ensure that people, have the basic things. Because otherwise, having 7,000 people for an event that's supposed to, cater for at least 5,000 people. So a lot needs to be done to avoid these things from happening, because these things keep happening all the time. You see killings, Fulani headsmen there, killings here, deaths there, these things happening there. At the end of the day, it should just be tall government officials will come, shake hands, commiserate with each other. Everybody goes, their way. The president will say, we're going to investigate. The police will say, all this just playing to the gallery. At the end of the day, the issues will be swept under the carpet. These people who have died will have died for nothing. No justice. Anywhere, they would have died and died for nothing. The society, the government have failed these children. They've failed them completely. Because only poverty, like we see it in Nigeria, will make parents take their children for an event where what they will even come home with is not even something meaningful. Because you won't find the children of the rich in such gatherings. They have no business being there. It's always the children of the poor. Now, for the fact that you have close to 7,000 people, as said, as reported, gracing an event like that, it speaks volume of the level of poverty that we currently face in Nigeria. The middle class is totally gone. So this tells you the number, the amount, the level of poverty that we currently see in Nigeria. I just hope and pray these children who have died will get justice, even in death. I just hope their parents will get justice. And I see the owner of the radio stations where the radio station where the announcement was made took a photo that was devastated, was in hospital under oxygen. That is like a slap on the face of the parents of these kids. Because you are not the victim. The parents who will live with this pain almost for the rest of their lives, they are the real victims, not you saying that you're devastated and you're on oxygen. That's a slap. That's an insult to the parents of these diseased children. I pray and I hope Nigeria will not happen to these families. I pray Nigeria will not happen to these kids, and the government will take these decisive measures, and irrespective of whoever is involved, should face the wrath of the law for negligence.
The Oyo State Police Command in a statement said the organizers of the event, including the main sponsor, Naomi Shilekwala, and her media partner, Adigugu FM, the principal of the school, and 5 others have been arrested in connection with the tragedy. The police said they have commenced an investigation into the incident, which it said was organized without proper permission or safety measures in place.
For negligence, at least, somebody should take responsibility. Somebody should be punished for this. So it will serve as a deterrent to others who are trying to take advantage of the, what we have in the society to bring, gather people's children without adequate security measures, safety measures, and then, to ensure this sort of thing is not heard of anywhere in Nigeria, at least not in recent times. Please don't forget you can like and share this video to get other people to make input into what we're saying. Please don't forget to comment, share, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. And please, like I said, don't forget to leave a comment so we can hear your view concerning this. I remain Joel.